Sasha, the founder. He's here. Yeah, he's being brought up. Yeah, I'm also really thrilled to have this space today because I think it won't be an exaggeration to say that NOTCOIN is the first massively adopted app on Ton and on Telegram, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's super exciting and not coin like and Sasha, thanks for being here. We want to jump into it because yeah, I think our audience is still very excited. We're getting a lot of requests to speak, but again, if you guys just want to leave your questions in the comments, we're going to get to as many as we can. But let's go ahead, let's jump right in. So maybe Sasha, you can explain to us just fundamentally kind of the basic question, like what is NotCoin?
Oh yeah, the question is basic. Still, I mean, the answer is quite complex. So we started as the top turn game, the first viral Web3 game in Telegram, and I think the biggest one at the moment when we started. This is in January and April. Then we decided that basically clicker is not something that should last forever, and be evergreen and ever growing app. So we decided, all right, so let's just move on and build some sustainable um, models. So we turned off this clicker game on the 1st of April. Then we made this listing on Binance and other chain exchanges in May. And here we are, 50 coin market cap, like doing some stuff, much more focused on the sustainable models right now. Um, Notcoin basically right now is the set of different ideas and parts. It contains community, obviously, the main thing. It's really loyal, nice community. We distributed 2.5 billion USD to them, so I think that's one of the reasons why people are so happy. And still, we tried to become an example on how to do things right in crypto, doing this in a transparent way, doing this in a fair way, and set the bar. I cannot say it's high bar, but I mean it's just, I mean, when you just try not to scam people, it's enough in Web3.
Yes.
so,
We
so yeah.
appreciate that for sure.
All right. Yeah. So now, yeah, Notcoin became an application where projects and communities meet each other, and we're also gonna to introduce first games quite soon. I think we already started doing some stuff in our socials, but yeah, let's see. I mean, the journey is quite um, impressive for us as well. I mean, like we were not expected. To see many things that we saw, and the future is really makes me thrilling, because I'm like, wow, what's happening, like what will come next, and how we will see the whole industry and Notcoin as a part of it in half of year, in 4 years, in 10 years. So that's what basically I have in my mind right now, and yeah, we'll be happy to talk about this
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, you definitely touched on a bunch of things that I want to get into. First and foremost, yeah, I think it's really great that you guys reached this virality and are really approaching it in a mature and like ethical way, I guess. So that's really great to hear in the Web3 space, especially when these things kind of blow up. But maybe you can just talk a little bit, firstly, about the team behind and kind of like what led to the initial launch, and then I want to get into more about like the community, like what's up next. But maybe you can start with just the initial development.
Yeah, sorry. And before you do that, I want to say my traditional line, guys. Can we please all retweet this space, like, comment, whatever? Let's go viral, just like NotCoin.
Yeah, absolutely. So our team is bunch of folks that knows each other for many years already, and so we actually worked on some stuff in IT for really like 10, 15 years. And now we just moved a couple of years ago into Ton and started building on Ton, uh, starting with Launchpad, then continued with extended platform for Telegram in general, platform that helps projects and communities to meet each other again. Maybe we just doing some the same things, just repeating ourselves many times, just finding new forms, new shapes for that. Um, so and then yeah, Notcoin came as an idea how to bring all the millions of users into blockchain, into Web3, into Ton from Telegram, and we knew that mini apps is actually a great platform for that, and we just tried to find a um, good approach for that, and I think. Um, Yeah, right now actually our team is working on on Notcoin a lot and definitely dedicated for this. Still we extending and improving, evolving our community platform as well. And now it just worked out pretty well as the mutual thing because Notcoin, as you know, use community bot. It's the main platform for all the campaigns and many other things that we're going to introduce as well. So yeah, that's the quick story of our team and how we end up in this situation.
Yeah, I remember I was pretty early to Notcoin. Someone like I have lots of friends from the ecosystem, and someone shared Notcoin with me, and it was like, "What is this? Like, I'm just tapping. Why would I do this?" And honestly, the name, Notcoin, I literally thought like not a coin. Uh, it was later then I realized that it was inverse ton, like ton backwards. And I was genuinely surprised when the drop actually happened because I thought that like actually it's like in the name, it's not a coin, so why would I get anything? So yeah, really thank you guys for not shrugging on people. Like I mean, you didn't actually promise anything, but still, like it's even more pleasing this way.
Yeah, that's maybe one of the things that just helped to do this. I mean, in general, I think it's always easier to start with not over promising. Like so, lots of projects are starting with over promising stuff to users. Like we will become the biggest whatever infrastructure, the leader in the industry and blah blah blah. But we were like, all right, so this is like always debts that you have for your users. Like you already promised something, and now you have to pay the for the expectations and everything. And we were like, why should we have all this weight on our shoulders from the very beginning? Why not to start as like probably nothing, and then let's see what happened. And also, I think like from psychological standpoint, it's also very important to be free from obligations and everything to basically do this in the most creative, most brave way that you can imagine because you never stop yourself. Basically what we did, like, to be honest, we've heard like really, if I would I would be paying for every time that people say that, oh, this will not work, or oh, this is not right, why you do this without locks, why you do this without vesting, why you do like blah blah blah. We were like, guys, I mean, like, we just feel this is right, we just feel this is logical, and without obligations, without promises and investors and everything, we were free to do this in a way that we thought that right. um so yeah, that's actually just I think it was the right move. And not coin, since it's both like not a coin but a coin, is kind of absurd postmodern stuff, when you just play with the some controversial meanings, like people, like teenagers love it. I mean, from that standpoint, you can see, let's say, Bitcoin as the kind of OG, the main thing, like the loved one, and blah blah blah. But Notcoin is more absurd, more young, and youth in terms of the vibe. so so yeah, that this name was a surprise. I mean, surprisingly, we found good meanings for us for this project itself. Um, but at the beginning, it was just a joke. Yeah, it's just reverted ton. So
No, I love that. And like I think, again, not having those promises and not being beholden is a really really great way of going about it. And I saw you guys' tweet recently that what like almost 95% of TON is held by the community and like 5% in the treasury for, future development. But I guess my question is, what does it really mean to you to be like a community token, and how does community really play a role in the development of Notcoin?
Sure. Um, yeah, that was the idea from the very beginning. Um, since the main asset that we had in Altcoin is basically people, so lots of people were attached to this game, to this community, to these ideas, to this whatever approach, values that we have, and so on. And so we thought that all right, if this is the best asset, then let's just make sure that these people, they are main stakeholders. They own the main part of the Notcoin, not like main, like literally 94%. And then we just thought that all right, we need to make sure that um like for the long term it's really important for such huge ecosystem to have a support of many people. And we just thought that all right, so if we will just try to implement some mechanism approach that basically uh, kind of, or maybe at least show as an example that hey guys, the whole community, you can basically create value within Notcoin, you can bring value to Notcoin, you can stay with Notcoin, you can learn about Notcoin, and so on and so on. So it will just simplify things down the road in the years ahead. And that's like this win-win thing that we try to implement in every single step we had in Notcoin. This positive sum stuff is actually all about that. So so from my perspective, the role here is just so huge. So without community, Notcoin is not existing. So that's um, on the first place. In the long run, I expect that find more and more ways to involve community from the practical standpoint. So let's say right now we're starting with simple contests like the art, not art contest. Oh, I like that. Like every artist in this life heard that the thing that they're doing is not art. Oh, I really like that. So I mean, um, really love to create some space for these people, these beautiful artists to express their not art and win something and just have fun and so on. So we're starting from that, and then we continue with more um, um, platform approach for the contests. For example, we're going to introduce contests for game builders, for indie developers, for whoever else want to build something really, you know, with human touch, something meaningful inside, some games that are really funny. In the first place, and then it might be something. So yeah, that's something that I think will allow our community to deliver more. Let's say we have bunch of folks that building stuff and they will be happy to jump into this contest and deliver their games, their ideas to that. Then in the future we will launch, I think, more contests and we'll allow community to do this as well. Why I like this approach, this contest approach, is basically um, all these competitions without guaranteed payment is a right. I think great way to basically attract right people. Like when you as a human being, you do not expect to be rewarded for that, but you will try your best and you will do this like a personal challenge, something like that. And I don't know. It's always better than have some um, have some agreement like, all right, you do this, and that, and then we pay you, and that's it. So contests, competitions, all this, the Telegram basically and VK, the social network that have been built by Durov initially. So basically, the core team was hired through these contests. So they just had this contest and as a way to basically find the best contributors, the best, not only basically the best specialists, but also those who are aligned in terms of values. Because again, when you jump into this competition with that guaranteed and reward, and you do this like from your own wish, that's so important. I know it's so, the motivation is so important. So yeah, that's one of the things that we will have for the community kind of participation. We also have lots of legacy in a good way from NotCoin. We have all the influencers, all the all the structure of the squads from NotCoin still in our database, and we will just roll it out slowly, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. And let's say that all the influencers that participated, community leaders, they will be able to basically re-engage their community again and invite them into the new games that we're releasing just in one click and participate as the community leaders within this journey with us again. Really happy to see this, and yeah, that would be lovely. We also have lots of people that basically contributed a lot in Notcoin in different ways. We're trying to implement some approach to work with them right now as well. So let's say we have things to build, we have things to manage, we have things to some creative work and so on. So we will just and still we have a small team slow working on some stuff. So we just trying to invite the community into the particular you know goals, tasks, jobs, and work together on this. Yeah, that's basically the key things that I see for the community for now. But in 4 years, I expect my personal goal. I would count this as a success if Notcoin will evolve and will grow and will become a huge ecosystem, even without me and our team. So we will become just a participants, just a part of the community, and that's it. Not on the paper, but on from the real contribution as well. So I, I think it will be really great to see how people will work on Notcoin bots, on all the socials and everything themselves, and then introducing new tools, new games, new whatever actually people will will decide to do. Um, yeah, I think it would be great to have this state in 4 years or so. So we'll work hard to deliver this, and I mean, we're in this cycle, but I mean, we're constantly thinking about the future, and um, not coin is for long here. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, yes, sorry. I have a like related question. What's your biggest dream? Like in the ideal world, if everything happened exactly as you wanted, what would you want Notcoin to be?
That's a nice question. I think that Notcoin. I mean, it has lots of similarities with Bitcoin in terms of the fixed supply, huge distribution, and so on. But it's still kind of cheap. And technology that we use, I mean, the Ton blockchain and Telegram integration might make it really, really massive in terms of the amount of user base and so on. So from that standpoint, Notcoin can become really big store of value for many people comparing to fiat obviously and many other altcoins. Um, from the community standpoint, I think that if we will be lucky and smart enough to integrate all the values that we follow into the Notcoin as a DNA, as a part of the just the part of the community's reality, basically. Um, I think it would be perfect. It would be great to see lots of like-minded people building real stuff, no bullshit, no scam. Deliver value, make it win-win in the long run. community based on value together with this kind of absurd not something approach. um that's something that I don't know very well if I will see this at some point. um so yeah, financial instrument, then community bonded on the values, and maybe that's it. That's more than enough. If we will, if we will be smart enough to deliver these subsystems that will bring this moment, and will allow community to basically lead this journey completely, and become more like the like this like a real country, So when you think about country, you can think about the institutions there. Like you have the governance, you have financial structure there, you have all this courts and everything, and all these things are interconnected. Like you have some rules, you have some elections, you have some rules. Like you cannot govern and have a business at the same time. That's good because you will not be compromised by that and so on. So all these corruption issues and so on. So if we'll be smart enough to slowly, step by step, to came to the state where NotCoin community is basically organized well and have all these necessary institutions to evolve to become a place for all these people, to be perfect, to be great. The concept of network state, yeah,
Yeah.
from the ex city of Coinbase.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's actually a really nice idea. I mean, obviously, the legacy that we have right now from the real world, the countries, all these institutions there, they're quite slowly evolving. They're great to keep things as it is, but the world is moving faster, and thanks to technologies, we see this right now, and the speed is really accelerating thanks to AI and all this stuff. So I expect that, yeah, that's basically new structures, new formats are actually might appear, and in case if not coin, as a community might become pioneers as well. That's great, just perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for mentioning the network state too. That's, I mean, for anyone in the audience who's not familiar, go check out the network state PDF. Everything's online. You can read like the one pager, or go as deep as you want. But I think it's really interesting. But my question is, so I mean, I fully am behind what you guys are doing, but obviously you've kind of started a new a new trend, and obviously there's not coin copycats coming along. Hamster combat is also gaining a lot of attention. What do you think of this kind of development? Do you see that as hype, people trying to join the bandwagon, or do you see, there's fundamental value in those projects? Do you see a ecosystem, or kind of competing ecosystems? What are your thoughts about that?
Sure. I think that if we will see the fundamental value and sustainable models there, I'll be happy. Um, in most of the cases that I see now, yeah, it's mostly copycats focusing on the um, main reward as the token. And since I mean that's actually the chicken and egg problem. I mean, like in our case, this airdrop worth of 2.5 billion for users becomes that huge because of the potential of Notcoin, because of the people that basically bought Notcoin from those who sold it, right? So that's all about the future. That's all about the things that will come. Um, in case of the other apps that are appeared recently, and I mean, like I understand this like from user perspective. Lots of people just miss Notcoin, and when you have a conversation with your friend, and they say that like I just made $200 from a clicker game. Like wow, can I do this as well? In Notcoin, not right now, but you can try out this new applications, and that's just created this huge you know interest and huge expectations as well, because again, people expect that all these applications will deliver similar value, which is quite a quite a big expectation. We were lucky to never had this, but yeah. So let's see. I really hope that some of these apps and builders that are building these apps will be smart enough to basically really uh, deliver some value to users, long-term value to users, make it fun, make it in style. It will be really nice for the ecosystem itself. Obviously, it's a good sign. I mean, we as a like we built it on Ton a lot, and for a long time, and we built some some really nice stuff there. um and all the users that are coming to Ton are basically becomes our audience as well, and so from that standpoint, I'm happy. From crypto standpoint, I'm also happy. The more people are actually learning about decentralized finances and all these benefits, I mean, we just getting in the right direction, I think. For Telegram itself, I mean, I think it's also great. We've saw this, how Pavel Durov just mentioned, the benefits that NotCoin as a pioneer brought into the mini apps ecosystem and actually became a first good example for everyone. I think that's also nice. I mean, it seems like again, it feels like win-win-win situation, but let's see how things will look like in half of year, in 4 years, and 10 years, because I think that it's the nature of crypto. We've saw the fashion of like move to earn things and so on, and it's not not something that we see right now, right? Because they just never found a good sustainable model. The fashion will disappear at some point, but if the project will become a good place and good value for users, then people will stay. Um, in our case, yeah, we just actually turned off this game, this clicker game, in 1st of April, almost 3 months ago, because we understood that, yeah, that it should not be, it cannot be really, ever growing thing. We need to basically stop it ourselves to switch to the new better model. So that's what we did actually.
Yeah. So that's this is my last question, and then I promise we're going to jump to some of the community questions because there's a lot that people are asking. But my last question is just about the tap to earn model, and I know you guys are kind of
Right.
going away from that, but what do you think about that sustainability in the long term? I mean, could there be a tap the advertisement reward, rewarding people for essentially their attention? How do you just kind of see the development of that model, and are you going to still incorporate aspects of that, or are you totally pivoting?
Um, I don't think we'll have any top to something model, but I mean, because I mean, in the core, it's actually the mining mechanic, right? So Bitcoin was mined through the proof of work stuff, and we just, it's also kind of proof of work, but different kind of work, right? So this mining apps, they are actually might have a different form, not only top to earn, but also, let's say that like you playing some stuff, you earning in-game currency, you compete with other people. It might be even whatever, like chess. So it's also might be mining mechanic. But all mining mechanics are, I mean, they all have this kind of limited amount of time they can basically be entertaining and valuable for users. The more time you allow people to mine and the more people are coming, the less value each user will receive, right? So in case of Bitcoin, they found this halving way. And right now, you would not know a lot of people mining Bitcoin still, right? So I mean, I don't think that on this space we have lots of people who are mining Bitcoin. That's fine. That's fine. Still, we use it, right? So that's maybe the main thing. So after the mining part, you should switch to something else. You should to deliver some different. And in case of Bitcoin, the store of value is the main utility, right? So here In our case, we provide different kind of utilities, becoming more cultural part than store value for now. Maybe, I don't know, uh, but still, we just, I mean, NotCoin have been born as the on-chain entity just whatever 6 weeks ago. So I mean, um, yeah, it's years ahead. I really, really looking forward to that.
I think
Yeah,
Sasha, yeah, go ahead.
yes, yeah. I have a question. So, like in the hindsight, tap to earn, proof of tap, if you like to put it this way, is a great way to gather a community, and after that, you can do with your community whatever you want. But I was thinking, like, it's a great way to onboard Web3 people, but do you have any data that you onboarded lots of normies, like lots of Web2 people into Web3 through Tap to Earn? Do you think it is a good way to onboard Web2 people?
I think, yeah, I think in general, I mean, crypto world before NotCoin it was quite small, right? I mean, um, I don't remember the exact numbers, but let's say a couple of years ago when I checked um, active addresses on all the chains, the number was quite small. Let's say 50 million or 30 million altogether active addresses per month. And then like addresses are not humans, right? So you might have several wallets, you may have smart contracts, and so on and so on. So still the real human count would say 10 million, something like that at the moment per month. So it's not really hard to basically overwhelm crypto with new audience. So because once you bring the next 10 millions, you just double the number. Um, so that's actually what happened with Notcoin. That's why it's so big compared to other crypto apps, because we just had so many people coming in so short amount of time on chain, and to all its access to all the exchange and so on and so on. And we've had a lot of crypto people basically, and I think that still the major part were from, as you said, normies. So these people are like, let's say, my own opinion, but I'd say like 5, 6, 7 millions of people from Web2 just became crypto people through Notcoin. Uh, but the great part is that, um, oh shit, what is
How did that happen?
that? What is that? All right. Yeah, but the funny part is that crypto is so small that every time I'm speaking with someone, like with some partners, even like let's say some um like far from us people, let's say from South America, that worked on crypto stuff there, and we had a call yesterday and they said like, hey guys, we knew about NotCoin from the very first days, and we followed you through the whole journey and so on and so on. And we're like, wow, everyone in crypto actually. I don't think that during the last 6 months I spoke to anyone that didn't know about NotCoin or didn't play and so on. In South Korea, in South America, in every, I mean, almost every place in the world. So I never saw a crypto guy or girl who.
Sorry, I think X rugged me for a minute. Can you guys hear me? Okay,
Yes.
don't mean to talk over anyone. But yeah, no, I think that's totally correct. I mean, everyone in crypto has definitely been following, and I think your entrance into and kind of onboarding of quote unquote normies is really powerful for the space, especially in the way that you guys are doing it. But now I really do want to get to some of our questions from the audience. We've had some really great questions, a lot of them revolving around the kind of current reward plans that you
Is it
guys have.
just me or
Oh, do you hear me?
Max is not here?
Can you guys hear me?
I think I can hear you both.
Oh, okay. All
It's
right.
just it feels a bit that it's lagging, but I don't know if it's my connection or Twitter itself.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
I can hear you too. Well, maybe you were wrong like for a second.
yeah. Okay. So if you can hear me now,
Probably
let's.
we're too massive. Who
It
knows?
could be.
I think it's one of the biggest space right now.
So I don't think Sasha can hear me. So maybe she'll interrupt. But
No, I can. I can.
okay.
Or okay, we both are
You're
Sashas.
both
So
Sasha. So if you can hear me, Sasha, that's good. So for NotCoin, yeah, we definitely have a lot of interest about, the reward program, some questions about, staking, the gold, platinum, silver statuses. Maybe we can just kind of go through the plans for that right now and what kind of those rewards will look like.
all right, sure. The first thing is that we're going to introduce these levels for everyone. Everyone will be able to jump and get this. We also will open this for those who don't have crypto at all, because we still want to become this kind of onboarding machine for all this Telegram audience. So how it will work? People will jump into the Notcoin Explorer, will literally explore crypto through different kind of campaigns and projects, and for each campaign that will receive Notcoin, and this Notcoin is basically will be provided by different projects. They are getting this from the market, just buying on exchange, and send this to the campaign pool. So all the new audience will be able to earn their first crypto, first Notcoins within the Notcoin app. Then we want to make it in a more entertaining way. Like, let's say that you earn your first whatever 100, 1000 Notcoin, and then we will allow you to basically to get a level inside this app. And depends on the level, you can earn more Notcoin. You can get some access to this, to some launch, to some whitelists, private chats, and so on and so on. So we will just try to become kind of um, like gatekeepers, and not keeper, but like just
Moderator,
show
kind of.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, just show people how crypto might look like in different ways. We've already had this not guide, which is basically the onboarding campaigns for people from just really first steps in crypto till the moment where they can mint an NFT and do some fun stuff in Web3. And yeah, I mean, we just continue doing this in new ways. For crypto OGs, there's also, I mean, since everyone can get platinum, I don't know, tomorrow, maybe on Monday, you will have an access to the launch that we haven't on. Like, let's say Storm trading app, they're going to introduce tokens soon. We like Phantom, this popular football game, football fantasy game. They also will introduce it, and we just will provide the platinum level users an access to this launch and whitelists and conditions and so on and so on. So that's kind of combination. Focus on the new users, focus on the OGs, but at the same time deliver what each segment wants more, what's suitable for each segment. Um, that's what we have right now in Explore. To be honest, it's not a simple task to have this, because we have tons of projects on the one hand, tons of different kind of users on another one, and then we just need to build a good system that not only constantly dropping tokens for free, because it's just not sustainable. You will just have an empty pocket at some point. In this case, this is purely ongoing stuff, like projects are buying not coins from the exchange, they putting this into these pools, people earn that. They can spend this. They can play games with not coins. They can get these levels with not coins, and then like projects receiving the value through the people's attention, basically. So yeah, that's actually my exist whatever years ahead, as the main introductory tool for many projects, and for as an onboarding tool for many users. um so yeah, that's actually what we have now. And I mean, all the details about levels and all the stuff. Just let's wait a bit, and we will announce because again, don't want to overpromise anything. Just want to highlight, the overall picture how it works.
We have lots of questions about vouchers.
Hmm.
So I guess the first question is, will there be a boost for people who staked extra vouchers?
Who staked extra vouchers? I don't think it's possible to stake it now. I think you just exchange vouchers to the NOTCOIN, so you can stake NOTCOIN. And for those who stake NOTCOIN, basically, we will distribute. We actually, I think, announced that yesterday, or maybe day before yesterday, that 4.2. I just like this number, million USD will be distributed to the stakers and in NOTCOIN, obviously. So yeah, that's again cannot help ourselves, but still sending not coins to people every week.
You guys
So
can't
that's
stop giving it away for free.
yeah. That's we get used to.
Yeah, I really like the 4.2 reference. So we had another question about vouchers. What about the vouchers mined since April 1st? I'm not sure I totally get the question, but probably you will get it.
I know. Actually, we closed the vouchers minting from the April 1st because this was the last day when people were able to mine Notcoin, and we just closed this vouchers thing as well. And from that moment, only minted vouchers people were able to trade. And yeah, we've got roughly 30 million volume USD volume of the vouchers on GetGems on the NFT marketplace on Ton. And yeah, I mean, lots of people became not rich at not, but at least that they received some money to start their journey in crypto. Um, and we had some issues with vouchers related to the infrastructure. So let's say that if you have overwhelming amount of users, you may send your node coins but not receive vouchers. I mean, like on the back end, but not receive vouchers as an FT. And for all these users, we actually at some point just made the refund in node coins. Um, to be honest, just unfortunately, we just forgot to make the notification, and because of that, lots of people are thinking that they just don't have voucher and expecting to receive this in some future, but they just have been refunded through not coins. And yeah, that's sometimes just creates some misunderstanding, like where to see this reward. But I mean, again, we have 40 or already 45 million people in Notcoin, and you can imagine even 1%, if just 1% will experience any problem, any issue, or even think or just being confused by something. It's already 450 thousand people. It's just a lot for any support team. So 450,000 people complaining is just something. So that's again, that's just the nature of the mass adoption. And yeah, that's we're trying to do to do this through community as well. We have not support chat, and we started this as a joke because we thought that all right, we need to have a support bot, not support bot. That's important. Like the Captain Jack Jack Sparrow. So like not support bot in this chat, and every time someone sends something in this chat, not support bot would answer you like, sorry, don't have time right now, have to run. We'll come back next week or something. Yeah, and it was funny during
That's
the first month,
amazing.
but then
Yeah, I cannot help you.
that's the brilliant part of our team. I think these guys just love to do some fun stuff for not for business purposes, but more for fun and for I don't know. It's just a style, literally. But at some point, we just realized that lots of complaints are actually fair. I mean, people expecting us to fix something and so on, and we just started to managing this in another way. Created topics, asked the community to help with popular questions, all these guides and everything. And right now, I think this works pretty well. So.
I love that. I mean, you guys you definitely seem really down to earth, and The way that you've approached it in general, I think is really great for a crypto project. Not over promising and just kind of like taking things as they come. And I understand the community when they have issues. Of course, they want answers. Everyone is like curious about vouchers, blah blah blah, levels. Everyone wants to know how much money they're gonna make. But yeah, I think you said it right. Just like give you guys some time. It's not easy to blow up and get millions and millions of users overnight, or relatively overnight. But maybe we can also shift. So there's a few other questions that I want to get to. One is, I think, really interesting. It's kind of a broader question about the ton ecosystem, and essentially like what you think the most innovative or game changing feature or technology that's currently under development can be in the ecosystem, and how it could impact the future of communication, privacy, community, whatnot.
Yeah, in my mind, I just connect Ton and Telegram, obviously, because Telegram founders designed Ton and made all this thing happen at the very beginning, and then just community, right now is implementing all this, plan stuff, ideas. The ideas are quite strong. I mean, the Ton itself is like almost infinite scaling technology, blockchain that basically can handle millions or even billions people eventually, not from the very very first step, and that's fine. But still, I mean, um, the best part here is that Ton blockchain was designed by the Telegram team that already had an experience with mass mass adoption. Means that when you have to manage all the data servers, make it optimized, and if you have literally like hundreds of millions people sending messages every day, you already know lots of things about the high load, and you know how to design the systems that basically will handle that. I don't think that many blockchains have been built by people with practical experience in that. I think that's really important. Talking from our experience, before Notcoin, we never thought that some stuff in our architecture and infrastructure will basically be necessary to handle millions of people. And you just never experience that. You never experience some limitations in notifications, for example, in Telegram. Like you can send only 2.5 million notifications per day, and if you have 30 million people, you're quite limited already. Then like all this stuff related to the many data servers in different countries and so on and so on. So that's important. The core part. I don't think that features of Ton blockchain are so important that this thing, because if we rely on Ton blockchain as the, I mean, strongest technology, blockchain technology that we have right now, um, with the potential of handling billions of people, that's so important. So no other fancy feature on top of that is so important. This is the first part. The second thing is that obviously Telegram is introducing lots of stuff on Tom blockchain, starting from usernames that you can buy basically as NFT, and like you can own your username in Telegram on chain. No one can grab it from you. I know tons of examples like on, I mean, Twitter and Instagram and other applications where you have your name. This name is so fancy. This name is so good that the project just takes it from you. We've heard this many examples, literally like the at music on Twitter, like at NFT on Instagram, and so on and so on. It just have been grabbed from user because no one really can protect their usernames on centralized platforms. And Telegram is the first example of this massive platform that allows you to own your username, which is beautiful. You own your NFT, and that's it. Same for the anonymous phone numbers. They call it that way. You can use it instead of the real phone number because all the SIM cards can be compromised. It's really really important things for crypto people, for those who care about their privacy and so on. But it's more like a niche. But when we come to the more broad scenarios, like Telegram is distributing 50% of their advertisement value to the authors of the content, to the creators. Basically, when you have a channel, you have people who see the advertisement in your channel, and Telegram delivers you the 50% of this revenue in Toncoin, which is also a great part because from that moment, all the creatives, all the community leaders, all the influencers, whoever else, they becoming natural, they becoming influencers of Ton itself, kind of evangelists, adopters, who will who can distribute not Toncoin to users, who can basically buy this Telegram Premium stuff for Toncoin and so on and so on. So that's really important. And from that perspective, I expect that in the long run, Telegram will just introduce Ton to more and more and more and more people. And since technology is so solid, we can rely on that. We can expect that Ton become literally the biggest chain in terms of the user count, maybe even by the end of this year. Um, and we will see the gap. This will be really huge gap to the second place in the next year or in 4 years. Like, let's say that we will have 100 million monthly on-chain users on Ton and just 30 million monthly on-chain users on Bitcoin, the second one. Then we will have 300 million on-chain users on Ton in several years. And yeah, it would be amazing. It would be really amazing. So from that standpoint, for some reason, all the crypto people just decided that Telegram is their main messenger. We're lucky to have this. Basically, it's pure luck. And because of that, I think that we can expect that, like in the long run, everything that is developing on top of Telegram by builders, eventually they will develop this on Ton blockchain because it's just so easy to connect wallets from Telegram. It's so easy to use Toncoin and so on and so on. And from that standpoint, obviously, NOTCOIN is also have a right place here because we are the biggest project on Ton. We are basically the most distributed project on Ton and token itself. So I think that's, I know, we're just in the right place, in the right time. All the environment, all the strategical steps that we've made already, all these things are just contributing to the success and the growth in the future. Um, so answering shortly about Tom blockchain, I think you just need to consider this as the main option if you build on Telegram. It's strategically a really bold and very important move because if you build on other blockchain, you will have to deal with this, logical issue in the future. Like people have Toncoin on hands, they want to spend it. Cannot allow that, blah blah blah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's just the way it is. And thanks for Telegram. I mean, like these guys delivering mass adoption, really, on top of the promises of all other blockchains and all other applications that we saw in Web3. They really do this, and we are kind of pioneering this. But thanks to Telegram and Ton, basically, we just building all the stuff, on top of, of what they built already. So yeah, I mean, no features, guys. Just just the biggest blockchain in a few years. So that's the main advantage.
Well, I mean, I do think that, like, your point earlier about it being like a win-win-win situation, for, Ton, for Telegram, and for users. I feel like it's really positioned now to be, like a super app that, Elon and X, have been trying, but it really seems that the functionality and the ability to build, um, you know, on Telegram and the open network, it really seems well positioned. And you guys being at the forefront and being kind of a pioneer in this is really just fascinating to see. So yeah, I just hope you understand that this is really revolutionary technology, and I'm really glad that you guys are here to kind of lead the way.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're lucky to have this, the right place, the right time. Really, because I mean, you might want to do this stuff that we did, like, but let's say 4 years ago, and whatever in Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp, then yeah, it's just that idea, and now it's all possible. So that's also very important.
Yeah, this has been really, really fascinating. I think we'll wrap up here. Thanks so much for your time. thanks for everyone for listening. I hope we tried to get to as many of your questions as possible. But just in the interest of time, and all those 450,000 messages that Sasha has to go respond to, let's let's give him a break.
All right, we'll try to do this right.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
thank you guys. I
Yeah,
mean, really nice
let's.
talk.
Yeah, sorry, I was just about to say, let's not say goodbye. Hopefully, we'll see each other and we'll talk again.
Definitely, we'd
Absolutely,
love to have you back on
absolutely.
here. Especially as you're going forward with your plans. So we want to be up to date for sure.
Sounds great, guys. Thank you. Nice talk. Nice community. Yeah, happy to have that time with you.
Great.
Thank you. Thanks for your
Thanks,
time.
everyone.